welcome to Morning News Today. How are you doing today?
Morning, and thanks for having us. We're doing wonderful.
It's an absolute pleasure. I mean, this is quite intriguing. I'm a little skeptical. Tell me about, it's quite compelling, interesting. Tell me about intuition learning. How did this field of, teaching come about, and why? How did Rajendra Gandhi start to develop this field?
So this is a program from the Art of Living. It was founded by His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar.
Yes.
And he teaches self-development techniques, which include breathwork, yoga, and meditation. So after that, he's been teaching the intuition program. And this is an innate ability within all human beings. And through this process, you develop your intuition. Now, the way we demonstrate intuition, it's a difficult thing to demonstrate, so we use a blindfold and we ask children to do things using their intuition just to demonstrate that the technique has developed. But the ability to use your intuition is to go beyond the 5 senses. So normally, like through learning, you learn through your memory or your intellect, and your intuition is something that you're born with. We all have it within us. But over the years, this ability generally diminishes as we become adults. And often you'll see adults that were in dangerous situations will have said, I knew I shouldn't have went there. That thought came to me, but I still went. And that's because the intellect and the logic takes over. But if we learn to trust that intuition, that gut feeling, that's when we can really learn and develop further.
Well, maybe you can expand and just explain exactly what intuition is. You just alluded to gut feeling. And I think some people talk about a vibe or, that they felt something. But, explain to us what intuition is, especially in this context where we're going to be doing some, I guess, not experiments, but you're going to be doing and showing us how you can, what you've taught the kids, as well as how they can essentially read, blindfolded. And I've written a few things down on pieces of paper, and they're gonna tell me what they intuit. Right? So that's a sort of step further from the everyday intuition that we tend to talk about, but now the kids are going to be telling me that I'm reading the numbers 7, 6 or whatever on this piece of paper. Define intuition in this very specific context.
So Sri Sri Ravi Shankar has a beautiful definition of intuition. He says it's the right thought at the right moment. So normally when thoughts come to us, that the first thought that comes to us is your intuition, but we question that. But when the right thought comes at the right moment, that is intuition. That is trusting your gut feeling.
Yeah, and you say it's innate in all of us. Where does it come from, for instance, and what should we be using it for? Because you're going to be demonstrating the kids being able to tell what's been written on pieces of paper, etc. But what should we, or how should we be applying it on a daily practical level?
For me, intuition is something you should be using all the time at every moment. A lot of the times we question things instead of being spontaneous and just responding to things. A lot of the time we question it, and our mind gets stuck in the faculty of thinking, and we waste a lot of time doing that because you might have a complex problem to solve, and your intuition will immediately guide you through solving that challenge, but your mind is constantly churning, analyzing, thinking, questioning. It's doubting that intuition. So if we were able to tap into our intuition more, we would be able to become much more productive and effective.
Yes.
I think especially for children, their ability to learn heightens greatly because learning is not just through memory, repeating tasks. It's not just through the intellect, which is the faculty which judges or discriminates between things. It is things which are inherent it's in the environment, and you can intuit that knowledge. So for example, some of our children that have been doing it have been able to download languages. Some of them have developed the ability to move objects with their mind. And this is of course through regular practice. Einstein says that the definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
That famous quote, yes.
Yes. So if we give our children the ability to enhance their intuition, we're going to see a real revolution in education. This is true education, because they're going to be able to learn from everything and anything that is around them in the environment. They're going to be able to intuit.
Okay, unfortunately, the intuition process teacher, Rajendra Gandhi, we're unable to connect with him via Skype, but I'm curious to see those demonstrations and to see your hard work and practice at work. Shall we start with, we've got Chaitan? Shall we start with you, Chaitan? Okay, so what I've done is I've written some numbers on a piece of paper, and you can put your blindfold on. I was able to look at it. Dharmisha, you showed it to me earlier on, and I sort of tested it out for myself. Tell me about the blindfold. It is apparently developed through your program as well. So it's essentially, how was it made?
So it's a specially designed blindfold. We call it the Batman blindfold. Okay. That is designed so that absolutely no light enters when they're blindfolded. So there's a cover around the nose. It's very well padded. There's covers around the sides, just to make sure that the child is not
all right.
cheating.
So can I hand this to you? And
okay, here we go. So Chaitan,
we can see what Chaitan will do.
You can hold this page, and you can tell us what's written on there. So at the bottom.
So it is lower down on the. Does that matter at all? It is lower down instead of the middle of the page, Chaitan. I've written it.
See, he can actually intuit the back of the page has words as well, so he's reading that.
All right.
Turn it the paper around.
Okay.
Nirmann, turn it right. Okay, there you go, in the middle of the page.
15.
So say that again.
15.
15.
Okay. You got the first number correct, 15. Yeah.
10.
Second number being 10, absolutely.
3.
3. Excellent. Wow, well done.
Okay,
you can take your
fantastic.
blindfolds off and have a look. Well
and how
done.
long have you been practicing and studying, Chaitan?
Since I was 6.
Since you were 6 years old. And you're now how old?
9.
9 years old. All right. I've also written some more words over here for the other two. Do they have their blindfold on? Can they?
They'll use that.
Okay. So Devina will be able to read these words. I have put them at the top of the page this time. It will make your life much, much easier.
Okay, Devina. Put it here. So if you see, when they're using their intuition, they can feel it. They can sometimes smell it.
Yeah.
And I let them tell you how they do it.
Ah, fantastic. Okay.
Quick.
And what has Nirmann got for us today?
Nirmann's going to be doing the Rubik's Cube.
Okay.
So he just learned this yesterday. In fact, was the first time he did it.
Okay. All right.
So we're currently running a workshop, and Rajendra will be traveling across South Africa. He's going to he's in Johannesburg at the moment. He's then going to Durban and Cape Town, and then off to Mauritius, where we run these workshops. And the amazing thing is that every child has this ability. Yeah. They just need some coaching to use.
What is the uptake from parents, and why do they want to develop that children's intuition?
You know, I think it's something that we all know is possible for humans. You know, as adults, we all know that there is this human possibility.
Yeah.
And parents want the best for their children. So when they see and they understand the power of intuition, they would like to give this gift to their kids. I think inherently the kids are much more confident.
Yeah.
Their ability to learn increases. They trust themselves a lot more because they've got that gut feeling, and they make friendships much easier. A lot of them have excelled in sports.
Yeah.
So from those points of view, the benefits are tremendous. This is just a way in which we demonstrate.
Yeah. Well, maybe Nirmann can start on the Rubik's Cube, and we'll see how quickly you can solve that. Do you want to start that whilst Davina's busy?
Okay. Can you just close your eyes and do it?
No, I have to use the blindfold.
Okay, you want the blindfold.
All right.
Okay, dear.
Let's go ahead with it.
Take.
Okay, let's try. Let's stop. Let's get Nirmann to do the cube solo.
Yes. So, of course, with the Rubik's Cube, what Nirmann is trying to do is essentially get all the colours on one side altogether, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you say he just learned this yesterday.
Yes, so the workshop started yesterday.
Okay.
And no, he's actually done the process before. So
Uh-huh.
he's been practicing the technique for 3 years. And through regular practice, of course, the results differ from
Yeah.
child to child. And we need to practice it to heighten that intuition.
And you
So
say in this
yesterday-
instance, there's no light coming through the mask at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put it on as well.
Okay. All right. It seems the Rubik's Cube has been
Done.
solved
Wow.
quite
Well done.
quickly. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you coming in this Sunday morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.